So we'll leave it there for now. But got your point. Appreciate you joining in and hope to see more of you here on the program. Well, we got, what, 330 points and just 2 minutes to close. So let me quickly wrap up things. We got the Nifty, which of course is going to go home with mostly all gains intact. Actually, gains that it started with and added on during the course of the day. Bank Nifty ends higher, but in the middle of the day's range. So it's more of a mixed picture there. The large contribution, of course, came in from HDFC and HDFC Bank. Between them, I think, a very large amount of gains. And technology as a sector rallied hard. So, I'm just not even going into broader tech names, but Infi, HCL Tech, the large caps, Tech Mahindra, TCS, Wipro, all in the region of between 2 and 4.5% is what we saw. That's the large cap picture for you. Rima.
Well, the mid-cap index closes flat, losing more than 1.5% from the day's high or from the opening tick. The advanced decline ratio, though mildly in favor of the gaining side. The new kid in the block, DCX Systems, has had a stellar listing and finally goes home with a gain of 48%. The issue price was 207. Compared to that, the stock's last tick is closer to 307. New age tech IPO companies are higher in trade. Zomato, after they indicated that the adjusted EBITDA would turn break-even in the next 2 to 4 quarters, saw buying, stock up 13.5%, Nykaa too higher by nearly 10%. PB Fintech spurted in the last 30 minutes of trade. Apart from that, a lot of strength coming through in many of these IT names. So First Source was up close to about 6%. eClerx too reacting to a good set of earnings. On the losing side, weakness seen in Campus Active on very large volume. Stock was down 10.5%. GNFC too, weak set of earnings, stock lower. You had cuts from a couple of the other names like Concord, Chambal Fert as well, Mangalam.
Yes, we did. And, to sum things up, it would perhaps be a red letter day irrespective of the way the markets closed today, because the Nifty is at a fresh closing high. And a lot of the portfolios, though, would not be as happy as the frontline indices. That's because we end the day with almost an even keel with regards to advanced decline. Nearly 1,500 stocks advancing for 1,300 stocks declining. And the stock of the day on the downside definitely for me was Indian Hotels, despite a decent set of numbers, down almost 6.5% odd. And on the way up, we did see some gains come by for a lot of these mid-cap IT names, giving company to the large cap names. But I also saw Godrej Properties, after the commentary that came in from the management, the stock's done extremely well. It ended well in today's trading session. We end the mid-cap index absolutely flat, even as the Nifty has gained almost 330 points, almost 2%, and ends at a fresh closing high. With that, we wrap up on this edition of Closing.